Welcome to AI in Education Daily, where every day Dan Fitzpatrick keeps on top of AI in education developments so that you don't have to.
If you like this podcast, please consider writing a review on your podcast app and sharing it on your socials. Thank you. Today we examine a report from the New York Times about the role AI could play in classrooms. It discusses a global teacher shortage and looks at how new tools may help educators streamline tasks and customize learning. We'll focus on the facts presented and consider what's already happening in the field. Before we jump into the main story, I wanted to briefly look at a report from Spectrum News One, which might be good news specifically for listeners in the USA. In Nelsonville, Ohio, a local high school has become a testing ground for a new layer of school safety technology. The Tri-County Career Center is the first in its region to adopt Zero Eyes, an AI-powered gun detection system. This software, integrated into existing security cameras, aims to identify potential threats and alert authorities swiftly. The Zero Eyes system works by analyzing live camera feeds for visible firearms. If a weapon is detected, trained military veterans review the footage to confirm the threat. Once verified, alerts are sent to school staff, security personnel, and local 911 services. This layered approach is designed to reduce false alarms and provide rapid responses to genuine emergencies. Currently, 35 of the school's 90 cameras are equipped with Zero Eyes. Superintendent Connie Altier describes the staff's reaction as overwhelmingly positive, with many intrigued by the system's advanced features. Altier highlighted the system's ability to notify relevant parties within 15 seconds of a detection, a feature she believes adds a critical safety measure. The inspiration for Zero Eyes traces back to the tragic 2018 Parkland school shooting. Rob Huberty, the company's chief operating officer and co-founder, explained that the incident revealed a missed opportunity for earlier intervention. Determined to address such gaps, Huberty, along with a team of retired Navy SEALs, collaborated with technology experts to create the software. Their expertise in weapon recognition shaped the system's design. Implementation at the Tri-County Career Center was reportedly seamless. Technology coordinator Zachary Pollin noted minimal adjustments to optimize the existing cameras for the new software. He described the process as straightforward and efficient. For Tri-County Career Center, this adoption represents a proactive step in addressing the ongoing challenges of school safety. As educators and communities grapple with these issues, the use of AI technology like Zero Eyes may mark a pivotal moment in enhancing protective measures. Now to the main story. This is an article from the New York Times titled "How AI Can Revive a Love of Learning." The author is Anant Agarwal, an education innovator, founder of EDX, and a professor of electrical engineering and computer science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The article begins by noting a recent alert from the United Nations, which came after a UNESCO report highlighted a worldwide shortage of teachers. Specifically, the report projects a need for 40 million additional teachers by 2030 to meet an established global goal in education. This teacher shortage is presented as a major turning point, something that could influence how educators think about and approach their work in the coming years. In the article, the author recognizes that many people are uneasy about rapid changes in technology. He points out that it's common to view new developments with uncertainty, even imagining them as potential threats. Right now, a lot of that anxiety is focused on artificial intelligence. The article acknowledges that some worry AI might replace certain jobs. It draws a comparison to fears that arose in an earlier era when the first handheld calculators were introduced. At that time, people thought calculators might undermine basic learning. But instead, calculators became common classroom tools, helping students solve basic problems more quickly and allowing them to spend time on more advanced thinking. The author applies this perspective to AI by suggesting it could have a similar positive impact on education. Rather than taking over and pushing teachers out, AI could be used to assist them. The article states that AI, paired with digital education systems, offers a new way to understand how students learn. This is partly because digital tools can track student performance and help teachers notice patterns. With AI, the idea is that teachers could adjust their approach based on real-time data, creating a more personalized learning experience that wasn't possible before. One of the main points is that AI might take care of tasks often seen as time-consuming or tedious. According to the article, teachers spend a lot of their work hours planning lessons, grading assignments, and crafting practice materials. The author points out that these duties are useful, but don't necessarily tap into the core of what makes teaching engaging. The suggestion is that if AI handles some of these repetitive chores, teachers could spend more time actually interacting with students. For example, they might guide a discussion, give targeted feedback to a student who's struggling, or set up group projects that encourage collaborative learning. The article uses an analogy to help explain this. Consider how certain features in modern cars, like cruise control or lane departure warnings, assist drivers without replacing them. According to the article, AI in the classroom could be similar. Teachers would remain in charge, but AI tools acting like tutors or advisors would take over some tasks that don't require a teacher's direct involvement. This could mean that teachers put more energy into things that help students connect with the material at a deeper level. The article describes both short-term and long-term possibilities. In the near future, AI might help teachers find specific examples to illustrate a concept, prepare lesson plans more efficiently, or generate customized quizzes for individual students. The idea of creating unique quizzes, for instance, could make it harder for students to rely on generic solutions, thereby addressing concerns about cheating. AI might also offer immediate feedback, letting teachers know right away when a student is hitting a roadblock. Looking further ahead, the author imagines that AI could build detailed learning paths for each student. These paths would still be guided by what the teacher wants to cover, but would use AI analysis to adapt as the student progresses. Instead of waiting to see how students do on a single big test, teachers would have a steady stream of data about how each student is performing. This might make it possible to intervene early if a student struggles rather than realizing it much later. The article points out that some of these tools already exist in early forms. It mentions that on edX, an online learning platform, there's an AI-powered learning assistant available around the clock. This assistant can provide lecture summaries or generate quizzes for students. It also highlights that Khan Academy, working with Microsoft, has created something called Khanmigo for Teachers, which helps educators plan lessons, check how students are doing, and suggest assignments. Other AI learning systems are already adjusting the difficulty of problems based on how each student is performing, and they can alert a teacher to a student's struggles before that student becomes discouraged. The author, who has decades of experience teaching at MIT, notes that a big part of his career has involved a lot of manual work like grading and prepping materials. He describes these tasks as taking time away from moments when teachers could be engaging more fully with students. According to the article, the possibility of handing over routine tasks to AI could help bring teaching back to what it aims to be at its core, a meaningful exchange that helps students grow and learn in ways that stick with them. The article acknowledges that for a long time, educational models have leaned heavily on one-size-fits-all approaches. Large lecture halls and a uniform curriculum have been common. The author states that by using AI, it might be possible to create more personalized experiences that can spot early on if a student is getting lost. With that information, a teacher can step in sooner, provide the right support, and keep the student on track. The text is careful to emphasize that AI can't do what teachers do best. AI can handle routine tasks, but it does not bring empathy, imagination, or the human presence that teachers provide. The article does not suggest that AI can replace these qualities. Instead, it sees AI as a partner that could give teachers more time and space to use their unique skills. The teacher's role, as described here, doesn't vanish. It evolves, with teachers potentially becoming what the author calls super teachers, who use these technologies to amplify what they can already offer. These ideas are presented as possibilities, not certainties. The article doesn't insist that the future must unfold in a particular way. Rather, it outlines a direction that technology might make possible. It puts forward that as teachers and other education professionals learn to work with these tools, they could improve how education is delivered. The piece mentions that none of these changes would happen overnight. Just as the initial fears around calculators eventually faded once people saw their benefits, AI integration could take time and careful use. The author suggests that the ability to adapt and learn new tools is crucial for teachers and others navigating a fast-changing world. Overall, the article sets the current global teacher shortage as a backdrop. It places AI in a context where new approaches are needed, possibly making it easier to maintain access to quality education. There is no claim that AI alone will fix the shortage, but it presents the idea that AI-driven assistance could help teachers use their time more efficiently. According to the text, this combination of AI technology and informed teaching could help keep more students engaged. The tools could help keep them from slipping through the cracks and might free teachers to connect with them in more meaningful ways. The author points out that no matter how advanced the tools get, it's the teacher's role that remains essential. AI might take on certain chores, but the article states that the genuine human connection and understanding that teachers provide is something technology doesn't replace. The conclusion of the article encourages educators to embrace the moment, learn how to use these new tools, and help shape the next phase of education. It says that as times change, the willingness to adapt is a valuable skill. AI is presented here as one instrument among many that can support teachers and help them guide students more effectively. This is the scenario described in the article. A time when educators might rely on AI tools to streamline their work, get to know their students' needs more precisely, and offer support faster. This, according to the piece, could help revitalize how students learn and might spark a renewed interest in education. That's all for today's episode. See you next time. If you like this podcast, please consider writing a review on your podcast app and sharing it on your socials. Thank you.
That's it for today. Tune in every Monday through to Friday for a brand new episode exploring the world of AI in education. For more information, go to theAIeducator.io.